I make a motion we approve as presented.
Seconded. All in favor? Next upcoming select board meeting is December 19th, 5:30 here at the town hall. We'll start with old business, after funds balance and committed projects. Is these totals accurate?
43 is balance you have.
Okay.
They have the packets.
You are.
Please.
So you got those packets that I provided. If you just want to start, we can just start with the PDQ door estimate.
Okay.
There are 2 pages. One of those pages is just for the fire station. The other page is specific to the town office. As you can see, the town office, to upgrade the 2 front doors with automatic openers and buttons, and then this door right here with an automatic opener and buttons, is $14,817. To replace the back door at the fire station, have automatic openers on both doors with push buttons, is $9,320. And then just to replace the rear door, which is what I wanted to do kind of no matter what, is $4,321. Moving right along. The Hammond quote, that's bundled in with the labor as well. To my knowledge, the decision to include the roof replacement on the back of the hall at the fire station, the decision that was made to add this to the ARPA fund piece, I don't know when that was made. I wasn't a part of that, so.
To be honest,
Julie and I
call
looked,
it either.
it wasn't even on that list,
No.
so.
Okay, let's keep going, see where we are with money and where we want to,
We're already out.
see what we want to prioritize here.
$7,400 for the roof. Just, you see it says updated price, just went up a couple $100 since last winter. And was planning to have that done in the spring. Now Brackley, they've provided 3 quotes. One for a 10 kW generator, a 14, and a 24. The 24, originally when they were here, they quoted us for 24 kW because they thought that we wanted to run all these heat pumps on the generator. My understanding is, and my opinion is, that that's not the case. We have a boiler here, and that's what we want to run when the power goes out. So the 24 kW at $12,696 is really, the 24, sorry, is a little bit overkill. In my personal opinion, 14 is even a little bit overkill. 10 kW would be fine, but the money difference between the two is really not that much. You know, you can get a 14 for, you know, not really a lot more money. So, I mean, that's kind of, obviously it would be up to whatever you thought was the best, but.
So if we take the 14, I see you using your calculator, and the other totals, what are we at?
Also, keep in mind, I was able to get these from Brackley, but they are still working on what the cost will be to get the gas installed for the generator. Apparently, that's more than just having a gas company come and set the tanks. There's a gray area there, I'm still trying to figure that out with them, because in their quote, they include digging a trench to bury the gas line and the electrical line. So I'm not really sure why they have, I believe it was FW Webb that was here yesterday assessing the area. And I'm not really sure what part they play in there, because they don't provide LP gas. So I have more to figure out when it comes to that.
Any idea, any rough estimate that you,
I
No more
wasn't
than
here.
8,000.
a lot more than 8,000?
No more than
No more
8,000.
than 8,000.
I wasn't here when they were here, unfortunately. They told Julie that it wouldn't be any more than 8,000. I have have no idea what that even means or what they're talking about, so. My understanding is you, like, if you wanna use MW Sewell as your gas supplier, you call them, and they come over here and they set tanks, and they're their tanks, and then when they fill them up, they charge you to fill them. So this whole, I'm not really sure where Rackley's is going with that.
Is that what you come up with, 42?
Yeah, so factoring in the 14, and the 2-door projects and the roof, it's 42,537.
Yes.
We take out the roof.
The boiler won't cool the building off in the summer, if you want to take that into consideration. You need to open a cooling room or cooling center.
We have a certified Red Cross shelter at the fire station with air conditioning.
So that it serves as a
Yeah. So, I don't know what you're thinking, but I'm wondering if we shouldn't put this on hold, because I don't remember the fire station roof being,
It was discussed, it was not on the ARPA funds. It was not included.
It's in this budget.
That was a budgeted item, last I knew,
Yes,
so.
okay. So that would come from another, okay.
yes. I already talked to John about that, we can have how we plan to pay for it.
Keep punching it
You can hear the crunch.
So if we did the 2-door projects and the 10 gig generator, that's 33,800. Plus, you say $8,000 for the gas?
So, oh, sorry, I got Ralphie. So the front door, to do the 2 front doors,
They have to do, obviously, both of them.
yeah. So they put in a new front door, and,
No, that's just an opener for the door, an automatic opener and push button.
okay, so it does not include a new door.
No. And also, PDQ door does not have a master electrician that works for them, so you have to have a master electrician power up these openers, which is, you know, an additional fee of I don't know how much money. So. A lot of moving
I
parts.
just thought if we had a new front door, couldn't we get rid of the fishbowl?
That would make a lot of sense to me, but that's just me. I've never understood why that's the way it is anyway.
That was ADA compliant at the time, 10 years ago.
If you reduce it to one ADA door with one opener, then it eliminates that, you know.
So if we had to prioritize, would it be the doors or would it be the generator? Yes.
Well, you take the roof off the total, what are you at now?
33.
3.
33 with the smallest generator.
Right, so you're $800 roughly over the price.
Yeah.
So couldn't you set aside 2,000 from contingency fund, your fund, the board's fund, and do all 3 of these projects?
We could. I was talking to Julie earlier and we have about 9,000, Julie?
Well, but then what do we use to pay that public gas? Which we're saying is $8,000. Which seems ridiculous to me, but that's,
Yeah,
I think we need to check with
I
another.
apologize because that is still up in the air, as of today, trying to figure out more information
I thought that
on that.
the normal way that worked was, say if you agreed to get gas from Sewell. Over a period of 2 years, you're gonna buy all your fuel from them, then you aren't restricted to that. But there's no, you charge for the tanks, filling the tanks, I'm sure. But it's not $8,000.
I think correct me if I'm wrong, but what I think I heard you say is Brackley can't hook up the gas, so we need to hire a gas company to hook up the gas.
Correct.
And that plus the tank perhaps is $8,000.
However, it says, we have included the cost to hand dig a trench from your house to the generator location to conceal and protect your electrical and fuel lines. So outside of setting a propane tank, the only other thing that has has to be done is a trench needs to be done. So where this, I was out of the office at a meeting, and I wish I had been here, but I wasn't, and they told Julie it was $8,000.
No way.
Don't you have to be a licensed gas technician to hook up,
Yes.
to make the physical connection?
You do, but it's still not $8,000.
Agreed.
So,
So, do you want to do a little bit more research on the generator for us, please?
yeah, oh yeah, that's,
And do you want to go ahead with the doors? Just, we gotta commit some here pretty
Well, that's what I
quickly.
was wondering, is, do we know what the deadline is? I thought the deadline was
Yeah, I
December
thought you had a
15th.
deadline.
Yeah.
what's the date, the deadline we have to have this subcommittee?
Julie?
I'm trying to think, I don't think I've ever been told the date. I know it's mid,
I,
December.
Yeah, it's either the
December
15th or the
15th,
31st, I just can't remember which.
I can find out.
I thought it was before the next meeting.
Which is the 19th.
it would be.
That's what we
Right,
wanted.
that's what I'm worried about.
We were hoping to have this all, but I think either there's some misunderstanding, miscommunication, or we need to meet with both people and see who does what and what it would cost.
The trench that has to be done is between the tank and the generator.
Correct.
But you still need some connections to the building.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I'm just,
I wouldn't be surprised if it's that much.
No, it's not. Yeah.
I mean, I know, I'm not surprised that they're saying 8,000.
No, that's, I mean, if that's the case, then, this, you know, there's another avenue that I already have in mind.
Yeah.
And it will be, have Brackley come and do the generator deal, and we'll take care of the other part of it.
Yeah.
And, Premium H2O services the fire station anyway, and I would have them come over and go gas, and I guarantee it will be $8,000.
Great.
So our next meeting will be until,
Yeah, I don't wanna lose $33,000. I'll go ahead and make a motion that we approve, the ADA door openers for the town office, the fire department, including replacing, the steel door. And to the smaller generator or the more bigger one?
well, like he said, I don't think there's much difference between the two. We'll be getting more bang for our buck if we
$1,300.
Oh, yeah, it's like $1,300 difference, so.
David?
So that, the $33,000 or $34,000 you had, that included the 8,000 supposedly? Okay, so if you made a motion to, do the doors for here in the fire station, and made a motion to install the generator, and then have the price worked out later, like, tomorrow or Monday,
I don't think there's anything wrong with getting a generator here if we don't get it hooked up until,
Agreed.
a contract, sign a contract for it.
Alright, I'm gonna finish my motion. We did the doors, and then we do the 14K generator as quoted by Bradley Electric.
I second that. All in favor? And at the next meeting, maybe you'll have more information on the hookup, and even if we have to wait 6 months, I don't think it's the end of the world. I mean, generators are gonna keep going up. We have to wait to get it. Well, David may have some money somewhere else.
It's still saving us $33,000.
Yes.
On paper, it's saving us $33,000 from this pocket. That came out of this pocket.
You don't wanna lose it
Right.
either way.
And the request from the townspeople for handicapped accessible doors for both buildings has been significant, so.
Yeah, I think that's.
It would be nice to make that rear entrance at, or, you know, rear door in the fire hall with the ramp, the exit for, you know, wheelchair accessibility for people leaving really how it should have been from day one.
So the next two things on our agenda, I'm gonna take them both at the same time. Discussion boundary line with that and state evaluation report discussion. Because our attorney has not gotten back to us and because our individual couldn't be here tonight, we're gonna table those to the 19th. And we'll make both of those 1 and 2 on our agenda. Any other old business? New business. We have a health officer position open. The town of West Bath was seeking a motivated and enthusiastic individual to serve as the town's health officer position. This is a stipend position, on call as needed. Training is required by state law within 6 months of being appointed. So this is on the website. Anybody wants to take out papers, it is an open position currently. Make a motion to appoint.
Yeah, sure. I make a motion that we appoint Madeline Hennessy to the planning board.
I second that. All in favor? Sign that. Our third, I'm glad, I was hoping David would be back for this. Johnson Controls Alarm System update. We have a quote that it would cost approximately $1,000 to update that code system. Also, the auditor is scheduled, and it was his recommendation that we do that, or that we would be liable if we don't.
Yeah, I think it's come up a couple times now. I think it's a matter of knowing who's coming and going from our building. And I'll go ahead and make a motion that we approve the expenditure to Johnson Controls for updating the alarms at the town office.
Could you add to that, that we'll take that money out of the settlement contingency?
And we'll take that money out of the contingency fund.
I second that. All in favor?
So it's December 31st,
Good.
obligated.
Do you want to speak, Julie, just because I said that the auditor has scheduled, do you just want to speak about that?
They will be here on Tuesday morning to start our audit. Plan on being in the building Tuesday and Wednesday.
Any other new business? Any public comment?
Very minor. I'm gonna mention again that when we do the town reports, if the committee members, if their terms can be stated, then if someone is interested in serving on the planning board or the zoning board of appeal or whatever, and they know the individual, I think they're more apt to have a conversation about even planning to re-up, because I might have some interest in that. And we used to have that, and I think it was a really healthy conversation, and we no longer do. So thank you for appointing me as an alternate to the Board of Assessment Review, but Tracy was left wondering because she didn't know what that term was going to be. And I said, well, whip out the town report, and Tracy's like, well, why?
This is an awesome form
She
that
was
you
right.
did, Julie, could you just add, Tracy, could you just add the terms to it?
They are.
And I think that would be.
They are on
There's a term for that.
I'm assuming this is the end date,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Okay. So that the health officer position would go till 6/30/27. And just looking, there's still, and the Board of Appeals is still, looks like 3 vacancies, one term ending 6/30/26, an alternate ending 6/30/26, and an alternate ending 6/30/27. We have a chair on the Board of Assessment Review, term ending 6/30/2027, open.
It's a health officer.
health officer on the bottom, 6/30/20.
No, he was also on the
Oh,
board,
okay.
yes.
So,
And your chair of your board of assessment review has to be elected annually. That's not accurate, it can't run until the 27th. The post may run until the 27th.
yeah,
Regular 1, 2, and 3, and then alternate 1 and 2. But that is the
They
post.
need
The
to
chair must be elected annually in accordance with the ordinance.
future agenda, oh, sorry.
So the gentleman who was the health officer and the chair of the appeals board has resigned from both boards. So I would suggest the town certainly put a notice out there that we need a chair of the appeals board, not just a member of the appeals board. Because I believe it's safe to say the two people remaining on the appeals board do not want to chair that board.
But how, we need to make sure that we know that.
Well,
Yeah,
I
because
think
typically,
you know that now.
they might change their mind.
I don't think so.
Any other new business? Boston Cane presentation, we wanted to do a little bit more than just go to the person's house and say, here's your cane. So December 17th at 2 o'clock at the fire station, we are gonna present the Boston Cane to Hugh Dunphy. Also, we're gonna have some helpers from Emily's West Bath School to kind of serve refreshments. Yeah, so, the only way this could all come together, and if this is hard for some people, I apologize, it needed to be an afternoon. And I think it works better for the recipients too, so they don't have to come out on a night like tonight, so. If anybody would like to join us, we would love to have you. We're also gonna try to honor, Kathy Rogers and
Mrs. Mary.
Mrs. Mary,
Wow.
as they are also the same age, but just weeks apart. So we will honor them with bouquets, just so nobody is literally weeks apart. So Mr. Dumpy is,
Flo's a day older than Kathy.
so again,
That's at the fire station?
yeah,
In the time again, you said it. I didn't know it was 2 p.m.
2 o'clock. And each year we'd like to try to add to this a little bit. I mean, this is the last, again, I didn't do well, and Julie has been extremely helpful on making this kind of a community event, because we talk about having a community here. We don't do well with that, so we'd like to start bringing the school, the fire department, the selectmen, the community, and eventually have our own little community center, wherever that may end up being. So this is a good way to start it, and I'm gonna ask Hafner's to donate coffee and have a couple of their people come over and help the children serve, so I think it'll be fun. And maybe next year we can have Christmas carols or something.
Yeah.
That's a nice bill.
Good idea.
Yeah. Thank you.
And just another announcement for everyone, dog registrations are due. So if people can get in and get their dogs registered, that would be awesome. On that DocuSign, it was $973.53, just in case you want the full total on that.
One other little question, how are things coming along with hiring our new town administrator? Is that moving along?
We have a candidate and they have accepted, we're just waiting for the legal documentation. So we do have someone that is accepted, and hopefully we can move forward, hopefully by the next meeting,
Yeah.
and let you all know who that person is.
Thank you.
That would be our goal.
We're meeting with the attorney on Monday.
What time on
1
Monday?
o'clock.
1? Any other comments?
For me.
motion to adjourn.
Second.
Favor?